Okay, we are gonna go to Alice's ending again because we didn't actually get it. And now that we have Dio's ending, we can do Alice's ending. Could that be... Ah! There we go, boys! Let's go! Seven 8153610988380942419905551. I have no idea how I was able to memorize that, but yippee!
What the hell?
And I got the achievement. He was convicted of a string of numbers. Ah, that's clever. Very clever game. I was almost as surprised as she was. Numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Wait, can you say that again?
781536109838094241990905551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
The fuck? What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
How the fuck was she able to do that in her brain? But never mind. You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiplied all together to get it, right? Like, if you have 30, then you get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember shit about school. So we're saying that 198449351 is a prime. And if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you get 7815361098838094241990551.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all of that in your head. Exactly! That's what I was saying. She probably did.
I did do all of that in my head.
Sheesh. Damn, girl.
Simple mental arithmetic.
That's great. I'm happy that you're smart and I'm an idiot. What? No way. That's impossible.
I told you, I'm better at math than most people.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gay. I can't do math. That's not better at math.
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers.
Touche.
That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys. And there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Yeah, specifically someone named Dio. Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQUJHNMTEONERAXDFMIOVP.
And the second row?
BYOLWXYPXSVZEQGTKRTLED. I think. Didn't they just repeat?
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we decode that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter. The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
I ran over what she said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was 198449351. So what would we get if we picked out letters like she explained? The first letter would be C in the top left. Then you'd move 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually, we'd get a word. And that word was... Oh, okay, now we have to actually do that. Alright, let me write the number down just in case, because knowing my luck, I'm gonna fucking get it wrong. Okay, so it's C-O. Alright, and our next letter is, let's see. Alright, our next letter is 8, so 1, 2, M. Our next letter is 4. So 4 M. Then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. L. Is it complete? Oh, it's not? Okay. So COLML. Alright, our next letter is let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an E. Is it how's it not complete? Oh wait, is there an E at the end of complete? The fuck is the answer? Okay, let's see. Next is 3, so, let's see. Okay, wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next is 3, 1, 2, 3. That's T. Next one is, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's E. And the next one is 1. It's completed! I'm such an idiot. But we got it. I did it! Completed! That's it! That's the answer!
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah! I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got is completed. Well, actually, it's completed, completed, completed. The code and the letters repeat every 2 lines. It just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain.
All right then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean then.
They completed their mission. What? Aside from the obvious mean? I'm guessing it means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Damn it! Why haven't I realized that before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this? At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. And not just any member. He was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try to explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
No, it's Dio. If it was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared. What's up, Clover?
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We still got 45 minutes until the white doors open.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought UK and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah, anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there. Well,
So?
all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
Oh shit, spill the tea, sis. What's going on?
Why?
What?
Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AV game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had 1 BP, Phi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio had pressed Betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged into 2.
That seems odd. Vi only had one BP2. Her choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh, just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming!
All four of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd step into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Hey, guys, what's going on? Who died? Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know! But yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problems. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
Same to you. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Quark alone.
That's no excuse. And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray?
Did you even think that through? What, I was supposed to pick Ally?
If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you. Cygnus right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than merely killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tenmyoji.
God damn it! Enough already! I roared with fury and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that the silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There was only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs. Oh, we're gonna do that now? Hey, yo, let's go.
What?
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're going to admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say, Dio's mouth!
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell did you get that fact?
Fun as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He just played dumb. He was good at it, and I'd get nothing. That means I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here, to keep an eye on you. It was quick, but just for a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt onto that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable, admirable even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Dio about Brother's background, how his younger brother Left had been murdered. I mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So? Still not convinced? How about this? 78153681089883080942411990551. Do a little prime factor decomposition on that, and you'll get 198449351 to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. It seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No! You're lying!
I assure you, I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No! No! You have to be lying! Brother trusts me!
We got him, boys.
That's why he chose me for this mission! Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry. What was that?
I said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
Got him, boys.
Wait. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. You've been boofed. Sorry, Dio. I've never even seen brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
Dunno. Maybe I was divinely inspired?
Give me that shit!
Says the one in the coal.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it, Fi. Save all questions for the end.
What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenmyoji quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card in the number 2 bomb, and about the code we found that was from the terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yep.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you!
Hell yeah! Fight! 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 Her voice roared to a scream as she charged towards Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
Oh shit.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
Yes. I think I do.
No, I don't. Can you show me an example?
I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
Exactly. I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up, and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off, and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Ayo!
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Giant bastard!
Ayo, let's go! Girls, get it done! Girls, get it done! She roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand. Let's go, Clover! Girls, get it done!
Clover, get him!
Right! Sigma, catch!
Huh? Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
Damn it!
We got it! Yes! Just imagine if I dropped it and the floor hit the button and then it just fucking explodes. God damn! Look at us go!
Stop! Let me go!
No, heart emoji.
Still let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. Uh-oh. What?
Ha! Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You, her, all of you. God, you're stupid.
What? What?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it.
I knew that was gonna happen. Like, actually, I didn't know it was gonna happen. I was like joking about it, but oh, we did a fucky wucky.
If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off.
Oh no!
We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer.
Oh shit!
Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
Oh. Well, fuck.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
But what can we do to stop them?
I told you that already. First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business.
Damn, threw it right back her.
Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
Good.
Of course. That's the plan.
Hell yeah, Alice.
Please, stop!
Ah, I love a woman who could kick my ass.
Just tell me what I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat. The right-hand pocket.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Right.
She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes,
It's no use.
imagine like the first thing she pulled out was a fucking like small condom, like an extra small condom. That'd be fucking hilarious.
There's nothing here.
Did you lie to me?
No, I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here.
Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill, like for medicine?
Hey, what is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out toward him. Suddenly, he moved, his right hand snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. Oh, is that a suicide pill? He heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain.
Shit!
What?
Oh, it's a suicide pill! I think, like, soldiers used to take them in wars to make sure they don't, like, give out, like, information during torture.
What was that?
Poison, I guess.
What?
Damn! How could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up from his head and flakes of spittle began to trickle out from the corner of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Fuck you. Don't screw with me.
Fine. Don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent. Fine. Not gonna do you much good anyway. I'll tell you. You only get one. This is the deactivation code for bomb 3. Ready? LXQ LHC NMR.
What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3. Didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation of a bright future.
His voice was weak, and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile. Dio is dead! Crab rave! Damn.
He only only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes. The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
Oh shit! I just realized. If us failing, does us failing like lead us to like one of the flashbacks or something that we saw with Fi? You know, the one where we couldn't like stop the bomb and Fi's like saying like thank you to us. I guess that explains it. So 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So,
yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
Right.
we also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something?
Hold on. Let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves and sat back on her heels, frustrated.
Damn. He's clean.
She looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere. Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right.
Oh yeah, Luna wasn't here the entire time. She was looking after Quark.
I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can
Right.
do this. Let's go.
Yeah! We all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. Oh, yeah, this is not a good end. Oh. Then at last, the chromatic doors opened. We didn't just get a bad end, did we?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. Ooh, yeah. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. Well, that was depressing. Okay, good. This is the Alice end. And we got the achievement, best served cold. Alright, three down. Alright, let's see what ending we can do next. We can do Clover's ending. In order to do Clover's ending, we gotta go through the yellow door, then betray, then go through the green door, then ally. Okay.
Now decide, ally or betray.
Betray.
3, 2, 1.
In that last moment before the counter reached 0, I made my choice. Betray!
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I forgot who we were teaming up against. Wait. Oh shit, were we teaming up against Tenmyoji? I'm gonna feel like such an asshole then.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fine and I stepped out of the AV room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind. His footsteps are slow. Okay, I'm gonna skip
Chose
through this.
betray, huh?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
What? You said I should!
Hey, I didn't say that. I just asked you a question. What would happen to our BP if Tenmyoji chose to betray us?
It was a leading question. Oh, I get it. I was wondering why you were so happy to let me choose after you lost in rock, paper, scissors. You're planning to use me as a scapegoat all along.
Was I?
You're such a bitch, Vi. God damn it. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, God. Yeah, I feel like a total asshole now.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
I got betrayed?
He chose ally? Why? He chose betray last time.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. The truth was, I didn't know why I said that either. The words had just appeared in my mouth before I knew I was saying them.
Oh, you're the one who chose betray. I should be asking you why.
This isn't what it looks like?
I told him you might choose betray.
Thought you.
I can't believe you. I'd never choose betray. I trusted you two.
That's a fat load of shit because you did choose betray, but whatever.
And this is what I got.
Ah, I apologize.
Fi, you don't need to apologize. I was the one who did it. I pushed the button.
Oh, yeah. I guess you've got a point.
Fi, shut up, you're not helping. Huh? Wait, what?
It's Sigma's fault.
Fi, what the frick? Come on!
You want to blame someone, blame him.
Fi! What the hell, Fi?
What, you gonna fight each other now?
I might as well.
I don't care which one of you pushed the button. I'm never trusting either of you again.
Yeah, that's gonna lead to some dire consequences, isn't it?
This isn't over.
Yeah, I figured.
Just you wait.
He's gonna kill me in my sleep. I tried to think of something to say, but before I could come up with the right words, he was gone. I spun around. Fine! What the fuck? But she was gone too. Where the hell? How'd you just appear like that? As I looked around the room for Fi, I noticed that Clover, Kay, and Luna seemed to have been having some kind of an argument as well. I moved closer and did my best to listen surreptitiously. I can't fucking read!
Why did you do it? Sorry. I guess I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible, you know?
I apologize, but I felt the same way.
But if we all choose ally, then we could all escape together. It only takes 3 turns to get 6 points. That would be enough to get us out. Why? Well, of course we know that. But if we betray, then it's faster.
Clover, you're not helping yourself.
If your opponent chooses ally and you choose betray, then you gain 3 points. Do that twice, and you get 6 points. You see?
If you ally, then you have to play the AB game 3 times.
But if you betray somebody, you only have to do it twice.
Why are you acting like that's the right thing to do? I almost feel like you're blaming me or something.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray? Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
Luna walked off with her head buried between her shoulders. Her back trembled as if perhaps she were crying, but I couldn't see her face. Alice, Theo, and Quark, however, seemed to be having some issues of their own.
Fine. You just wait.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me?
They exchanged dark looks and stomped off in different directions.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
They're open. We need to hurry. Who's going to go in which door?
What are our options?
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what my color is. Like, I didn't really get a good look at it, or if I'm like paired with someone, so... let's see what we got.
Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
The options Fi laid out for us were the following. Option A, Clover and I, magenta paired with Temioji, signed to go to the blue door. Luna and Fi, cyan paired with Theo, yellow to go to the green door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Quark, magenta to go through the red door. Oh, I'm paired up with Clover. I guess we're a magenta pair. Option B. Clover and I, magenta, pair up with Dio, yellow to go through the red door. Luna and Phi, cyan, pair up with Quark, magenta to go through the blue door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Temioji, cyan to go through the green door. Option C. Clover and I, magenta, pair up with Quark, magenta to go through the green door. Luna and Phi, cyan, pair up with Temioji, cyan to go through the red door. Kay and Alice, yellow, pair up with Dio, yellow to go through the blue door. So, we gotta do the green door with Quark.
Until chromatic doors close.
So how are we gonna do this?
I won't go with Sigma. He betrayed me last time.
Fair enough. What about 5?
You hit the button, right, Sigma?
Fuck off! Well, yes, but...
I don't want to go with Dio. Same reason. I can't trust that he won't betray me again.
Thanks a lot, Quark. You've single-handedly torpedoed my reputation.
Well, that leaves us with option B.
No, we can't do option B.
Why not?
Sorry, Luna, but I can't trust you, or Phi either. The way he is right now, someone's going to have to carry Quark. I just can't afford to give him to someone I don't trust.
I thought you trusted 5.
Not enough for this.
Then what do you intend to do?
Quark shifted silently in Kay's arms.
Quark is a solo, as are you, Tenmyoji. Solos can't pair with one another. You do remember that.
Yeah, of course I do. I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person.
Who do you trust then?
Clover.
Oh, okay, so that's how we're gonna get through the green door.
What? Me?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why?
I can't tell you. I just know that you'll keep him safe.
Well, that's nice of you to say, but my partner is Sigma. Are you sure you want me to take him?
It's fine. Clover, you just vote by yourself. Make Sigma wait outside the AB room.
No, if Clover takes Quark, then we have to go with option C, right? That means I'll be stuck with Dio. There's no way in hell I'm going to let that happen.
Too bad I need to go through the green door. Cope and suck it up.
Who do you want to pair up with, then?
Isn't it obvious? Quark. Remember what the announcement said? Something about how the system will automatically vote ally for anyone who doesn't enter their own vote in time, if Quark doesn't wake up by then.
No! See, this is exactly why I can't trust any of you.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Clover, just grab the child and run into the green door.
We don't have time to argue this. Let's take a vote. Those opposed to C?
Alice and Dio's hands went up.
What? Why don't you want C, Dio?
Well, if she's got that much of a hate-on for me, that hardly plays into my hands, does it?
Hate on, like a hard on. I like that. I like that. That's funny. I'm gonna use that for now on for like someone who hates me. They have a hate on for me.
Fine, whatever. I assume anyone who didn't raise their hand is all right with option C, then?
No one objected. I kept my mouth shut too. Just as Alice had said, there was an excellent chance that Quark would default to ally. If that happened, that'd make a great opponent. I chose ally, of course, but it would be good not to have to worry about him choosing betray. Watch Clover choose betray on him.
All right. 6-2 in favor.
Wait. What about me?
Stay here if you don't like it.
Cope!
I imagine your partner might have something to say about that, though.
Suck! Kay handed Quark to me gently, then crossed his arms and turned to face Alice. Her jaw clenched as she stared up at him, and I could see the gears turning inside her head.
Fine.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry, Clover. The door's closing.
Right.
Hey, take care of Quark.
Don't worry about it. I got a good grip on Quark, nodded to Temioji, and took off for the door. Our feet slapped against the metal floor as we ran. The empty voice of the announcer echoed in my ears.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Alright, where are we dropping, boys? Huh? Is this a dead end?
Well, there are 3 doors here. But it looks like they're all locked.
What's this thing? It's got a lever on it.
Can you pull the lever?
Come on, my hands are kind of full right now.
Oh, yeah. I can take Quark then.
You really don't want to touch that thing, do you?
Well, I mean, look at it. It looks suspicious.
So does everyone else here, but you dealt with them.
Like I'm gonna touch it and whoosh, a bunch of poison needles fly out of the wall.
What is this, saw?
Maybe if I had, like, a piece of wood to move it with or something.
I think you might be a little paranoid.
Then you do it.
Fine. I shifted Quark over to one shoulder and flipped the switch with my free hand. Treatment center. See? No needles. Everything's fine.
For now, only one of the doors opened.
Did you see the plaque on the door before it opened? I think it said something like treatment center.
Do you think that's some kind of medical thing?
Oh, that's the room with like the cold sleep pods, right? First an infirmary, now this. Why do I keep ending up in these places? I glanced over at Quark, asleep on my shoulder. Hey, you know what? We may have lucked out.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, if this is where they treat people, maybe they got something that can cure Quark.
Oh.
No, there's not gonna be anything. There's no Excelsior in there.
Yeah.
Let's head on in then.
Okay.
Jellyfish! What are those?
It says on the side, treatment pod.
So I guess it treats people? Maybe you can help Quark.
Yeah.
Damn, no good. It's locked. Let's take a look around. Maybe something in here will tell us how to unlock this door.
Okay.
Gulliver nodded and bounced off to examine the room. I lay Quark down just outside the door to the treatment center. Gulliver might have been overly paranoid about the lever, but there is no harm in being cautious. Hang on there, little guy. We'll get you fixed up soon. I ruffled his hair gently, then turned and headed back into the room. I had some investigating to do. Alright guys, let's do it! Let's sneak a way out! Alright, what are we looking at first? Okay. Lion! Nice lion. That's a pretty realistic painting. It's a really, really real lion! Don't sing in a whisper like that. It's creepy. It looks kind of like he's coughing up a hairball. I think he's trying to eat something, not cough it up. He's trying to eat a hairball? Probably something else. What? I don't know. There's just a hole there. So we need to put something into the hole? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Jellyfish! Oh my gosh! Aliens! Pretty sure they're just jellyfish. Aliens! There are 3 jellyfish. 2 yellow ones and a purple one. Oh, the purple one is, Oh! The purple one has like a thing in it. I think we're supposed to grab that and put that in the lion painting. What's that inside the purple one? Is it digesting human flesh? Why would you even think something like that? I don't think it's meat anyway. Look at it. It's too solid. I think it's a tile of some sort. I wonder if we can get it out. There's a little in the tanks. You can't open it? Nope. Looks like it's locked. Well, it's got a keyhole. Then I guess we need to unlock it if we want to open it. Alright, what else do we got? What else do we got? What this? A wall clock. Nothing strange here. What? Are you serious? Are we even looking at the same clock? Everything about it is abnormal. Really? Totally looks like a regular clock to me. There's no hands on it. Oh my gosh. Okay, abnormality number 1. No hands. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't have any. What do you even mean you guess? How could you miss that? Sorry. Anyway, abnormality number 2. There's some weird green glowy thing. Oh yeah, there is. What is that? I guess there's no way to know without taking it out. But there's a cover, right? You can't get it out. Yeah, and it won't open. Shoot. Well, duh. There's no way it's gonna be that easy. So, if we want this green thing, we have to figure out a way to get that cover to open. Yep. Abnormality number 3 is the hole on the bottom left corner. Huh. I wonder what it is. I I think it's probably a keyhole. Oh, then that means... Wait, we can think later. I got 2 more points of abnormality. Number 4, turn your attention to the other side of the clock, specifically the bottom right corner. What do you think these are? Well, they're 2 slugs painted red and green. Do you think they're for memory cards? They sure look like they are. And I saved the best for last. Abnormality number 5 is about number 4. Huh? Look, see where it says number 4 on the clock face? That number 4 is the 5th abnormality. Then you should have made that one number 4. Ah, yes, I see. It is rather odd. Does that mean this is the 4th clock? Anyway, those are the 5 weird things about this clock. Clover would be a good spokesperson for Watch Mojo. Where were you looking anyway? At the clock? Then your eyes must be worse than I thought. Alright. What's this? There's a thing right there. Tablet. A binder. Looks like there's a piece of paper in it. It says how to open the pod room door. Oh, okay. We'll look at that after we're done looking around the room. There must be other stuff here. That plant looks suspicious. A plant. Look at these lush green leaves. This is sturdy, thick shaft. It looks like it's full of energy and stamina. What do you mean by that? How does a plant have stamina? Did you notice there's something sticking in the trunk? It looks like a piece of green plastic. Let me see if I can get it out. Huh. Looks like it's really in there. I think it's stuck on something. I guess I'll just have to take the whole thing then. Huh? Well, that plastic thing could be important. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. We're just holding a fucking plant. Okay. I guess we're just holding a plant, I guess. Let's see. How do we open the pod door? The door is protected by a 4-digit code. You can use the hit blow count hits displayed on the screen to figure out what those 4 digits are. If one of the numbers you select is a number in the password in the right place, that will add to your hit count. If one of the numbers you select is a number in the password but not in the right place, that will add to your blow count. You get 10 tries for each password. If you exhaust your 10 tries, the password will reset. Okay. Shoot, won't open. There's a control panel in the middle. 9999. This is hard. He can do it. Oh, I can't. Oh, there's another plant. Look, there's a plant over here, too. This one's all withered. It has a piece of plastic stuck in it, too. This one doesn't come out either. Guess we might as well take this one, too, pot and all. Can I combine it with the other plant? I cannot. Oh, yeah, let's look at the tablet. A tablet. There's a message on it. 4 pieces for the first password. 1 piece for the second password. What the hell was that supposed to mean? Can we get much higher? So high. What this? What this? There's a button under the screen. Push it then. Right. And there. Hey, it turned on. Looks like there's something on it. What the heck is this? What the frick is this? How am I supposed to solve this? Bruh, this is a dyslexia worst nightmare. My god. It says start in the corner there. Maybe it's a board game? You found an image of a board game. You can reveal it in the archive. Okay, I guess we gotta play a board game. Let me pick up from 4, okay? Let's say you got an HB number of 1 for the 1, 2, 3, 4 group. That means at least one number in the group is in the code. So what would happen if you got an HB number of 3 in the 5, 6, 7, 8 group? That would mean that at least 3 of those numbers are in the code. Yes, you would know for sure that 9 isn't one of the numbers in the code, right? Whereas if the HB number for 5, 6, 7, 8 was 2, and the 9 would definitely be one of the numbers. Yep, now you just need to narrow down the possibilities. Why don't you give it another try? I don't know how to do this. Is it 3, 4, 1, 5? 3, 4, 1, 3? 6? 3417. 3418. 3419. I'm getting somewhere, guys. 3421. Oh, it's a game. Okay, so it's 2-5. So it can't be 3 or 4. So something 2-5. Okay, let's keep feeling where we left off. The HP numbers were 1 for 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so believe it or not, we can do something with 9. Remember how we figured out that 9 definitely isn't part of the code? Let's try putting it in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. For starters, how about we do 9, 2, 3, 4? If the HB number is still 1, then we know that 1 isn't used, right? And of course, the HB number was 0, then we'd know for sure that 1 was used. Plus, we would have learned that we could discard 2 and 3 and 4 as possible numbers. We just have to rearrange 5, 6, 7, 8 and run some checks. And we should be able to figure out which numbers we really want something. Now try it again. So it's 9, 2, 3, 4. Is it? This is torture. We only have one combination left before the password resets. Fuck. Ugh. This is our last chance to try before the code resets. Okay. I'm gonna try 2985 because I think we never entered an 8, so 2, 9, 8, 5. Fuck! We were so close! Back to the drawing board, boys. Back to the drawing board. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7! Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think it's 4 and 5. 5, 1, 2. Okay. 4, 5, 3, 1. 4, 5, 6, 1. 4, 5, 7, 1. 4, 5, 9, 1. Yes! Let's go! We did it! We finally did it! That was the worst puzzle in the entire game. Oh, God. I need a drink after the stream. You did it, Sigma. Yippee! Like, that was the answer. Whew. That was lucky. Anyways, it seems to have unlocked. Let's go. What do we got? Treatment pod. Looks like these are 3 pods. From the left, there's pods 1, pod 2, and pod 3. There are numbers on them. You just can't really see them from here. Also, they've got, handles. Maybe they're for opening the pods up. Can we open it? Can we put cork in here? There's nothing in here. Yeah, it's empty. No clues or... Wait. There's something written on the inside of the cover. What? Is there? Oh. This looks like a digital code. 11 hours and 1 minute? Or is it 11 hours and 10 minutes? Alright, what else do we got? What's this? Pod 2, it has a handle. Key! Yeah. It has a key, isn't it? Yes, key. A clock, huh? Do you think it has a nipple with 2 hairs growing out of it? What? Of course not! The hands are pointed at 6:20. clock. Daniel's reporting to 7:15. Are you sure you're reading it right? Yeah, see, the 12, that's the top. Okay. Another key! There's something in here. A key? Okay. We got 2 keys. Anything else in here that we could use or no? Alright, I think let's get out of the room. Alright. Let's see if like any of these keys work for the jellyfish tank. There's a keyhole in the center of the lid. Damn it. Is this the wrong key? Okay, yeah, let's do the other key again. There we go. Now I should be able to open this thing. What the hell? There's a second lid. Yeah, but it's got a hole in the middle. If you stick your hand in there, maybe you can grab that one with the meat in it? It's not meat. Whatever. Let's give it a shot. Careful, it's gonna sting you. Ah, hot! Shit, this water's really hot. Really? Really? Then these bubbles... Yeah, it's boiling. No way. No jellyfish could survive in boiling water. They are aliens! Yeah. We should try and get the purple one to rise up to the top somehow. If we can get it right under the hole in the lid, I think I can grab it. You can move the 3 jellyfish by clicking and dragging the mouse or using the arrow keys. Move the purple jellyfish to the hole using the water currents in the tank. Move one of the yellow jellyfish to the hole instead. You are a failure and we are very disappointed in you. Well, fuck you too, game! Okay, let's do this. Shit. Got it! Easy dubs, boys. Gotta grab a jelly fast. Sigma, please leave. What the heck? Jellyfish and fast because the water's hot? Okay. A picture of a lion. There's a circular hole between his jaws. I probably need to put something in there. Yeah, the jellyfish! This is Ellen. She's a mysterious, intelligent life form from the outer reaches of space. Don't give it a name. Here, take it. Hey, stop it! What if someone grabs onto my face and lays eggs at me or something? This isn't alien, Clover. Come on. It just wants to give you a hug. Besides, it's not even alive. It's a thing, man-made, like a toy or something. But it's digesting a chunk of meat. That's not meat. Then what is it? Hold on. I'll pull it out now. 6-layer tile. Put it in here. Yep. Fits perfectly. Yeah, I don't think it did anything though. Look! Huh? What the heck is this? A laser? Gosh, I didn't think there'd be something like this behind the picture. A laser? Can I put the plant here? Hey, this laser's hitting the wall just above the number 3 pod, right? So if we open up the cover of the number 3 pod... Oh, shit. Oh, I get it. I think. Alright, what do we got? Oh! The cover for pod 3. There's a laser beam shining on it. 15 minutes? Haha, it's open! What's this? Well, I'll grab this thing first. What is this? Is this for the number 1 pod? I think this is for the number 1 pod. There's a message on the screen. Maintenance complete. Please insert activation chip. What does it mean for an activation chip? Well, I guess it's a chip where you insert to activate the pod. You think, why are you being like that? This is important. Okay, I get it. We need to get Quark into one of these, right? Yeah. Well, then we need to find this chip first. Hey, wait! What are you holding? This, put it in! Oh, look! The color changed. I think it says something, too. There's a message on the screen. Before use, the system must be initialized. Please perform the following tests. 1. Treat vegetation. 2. Freeze vegetation. Until tests are completed, pod will not function with human occupant. What the heck is this? Well, we can't put a person in there until it runs its test. Seems pretty clear to me. Then what about Quark? Don't worry, we just need to run the test. Something about treating and freezing a plant. Yeah, treating makes sense, these being treatment pods and all, but freezing? Well, we don't really have a choice, do we? We gotta follow the instructions. Come on, we don't have time to just sit around. We gotta do these tests before we can get Quark onto these pods. Yeah, right. Got it. Well, good thing we got plants. Okay, put the healthy plant down. What do we do next? Let's try closing the pod. Right, here goes. Identifying subject done. Diagnosis subject done. Initializing freeze cycle. Freeze test complete. Pods opening. Whoa! It's totally frozen stiff! Probably because of your lame joke. Did I say something? Look, these are all crunchy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ah! Aw, man, what'd you do, Clover? It's all broken now. But, whatever. Just help me clean it up. Oh, we put the other plant in here, right? Huh? This wasn't here before. It's that plastic thing that was stuck in the trunk. Must have fallen out when the plant shattered. Now let's put the other plant in here. Okay, this time it's the withered plant's turn. I wonder if it'll work. Who knows? Let's just close it up. Identifying subject done. Diagnosing subject done. Initializing treatment done. Treatment completed. Pod opening. Oh! Wow! Hey, what the heck's this? The plant was practically dead a minute ago. No way. No way, that's impossible. It's like magic. Well, we won't need this plant anymore. He's done a good job. Thank you for your service, sir. Huh? Hey, looks like there's something here. Must have been the thing that was stuck in the trunk. Whatever the treatment was, must have pushed it out. Alright! Alright, I think that should complete both the tests. So hurry up and put Quark in. I know. Hang on. There we go. Sure sleeping pretty hard, huh? You'd never think he's sick. I guess that soap rail stuff is pretty strong. Yeah, so what do we do now? How about closing the cover like we did before? That should start the automatic diagnosis. Got it. Identifying subject done. Diagnosing subject done. Single human occupant secured. Beginning treatment. Is he going to be okay? Maybe we should check the screen. Yeah. I think this is some kind of readout of Quark's vital signs. Body temperature, pulse rate, blood pressure, respiration, frequency. They all look normal. What a relief. Wait. There's something else down at the bottom. Radical 6 fire detected in subject. System is not equipped to treat Radical 6. Current program will alleviate symptoms but cannot cure viral infection. What the heck? Then what was the point of putting it in here? Well, I don't think there was no point. After all, it says it can alleviate the symptoms. But, hold on. Let's keep looking. It says more. This system is capable of inducing a cold sleep state. Cold sleep state freezes subjects with CAS, preserving cellular structure. During cold sleep state, body functions are suspended, preventing viral spread. Activate sleep function? Yes or no? Cold sleep? What the heck is that? I have no idea. But, remember the freezing test? Are you gonna put Quark in cold sleep? Whatever, we need to get out of here and tell everyone else about this. What should we tell it to do? Huh? Do we put him in cold sleep? Activate sleep function? Yes or no? No question. What if he got smashed like the plant? No, it is. Alright, well, I guess we'll just leave him in there for a bit. Look! There's a hand on the face now! Is this an hour hand? It's pointing at 4 o'clock. It did it again! There's another hand! A minute hand this time. Looks like it's pointing to 5 past. Okay. 4:05? Oh, I get it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's B. 7 squares counterclockwise, 15 squares clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. G. It's G. 620. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no wait, it's counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Why? I think it might be poor. They'll watch me be wrong knowing my luck. Okay, we got it. Good. Heh, thought so. Nice work, Sigma Male. Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. Look. Huh? It's a password for the safe. Alright. Star, star, star. Oh, wait, this doesn't even give us the key. This is the one for the file. You did it! You opened it! Secret tab. Oh, this isn't even the right safe. Ugh. Got to go through this all over again. Pass. And then 1 clockwise. It's passed. It's passed. The answer is passed. The answer is passed. It is passed. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get why it changed. Because remember how it said 4 pieces for the first one, 1 piece for the second one? For the first one, we had to move all 4 pieces for the escape. But for the file, we had to move 1 piece. Oh. God, I'm an idiot. Let's just get out of this room. I'm tired. Good job. You logged in. Yep, look at the screen. Star, sun, star. Huh? This one is different. All the symbols are in different spots. Got it. Let's go. Star, sun, star. Star, sun, star. Boom. Whew. It's open. Good job. That's twice you opened it. Whoa, that thing looks dangerous. You mean this gun thing? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's just an injection gun. It's a helpful tool, not a weapon. Are you sure? I think that kind of depends on what's in the vial there. The label says neostigmine. Huh? What did you say? Neostigmine? Why does that mean something? Let me see it. Neostigmine? Neostigmine. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. No good. I can't remember. Damn. I don't think it's bad, though. Do you have any proof? Nope. Of course not. Could you let me hang on to this? Are you sure it's not dangerous? What would you do if it was? Alright. I trust you. You don't seem like a bad person. Yeah, just don't mess with the people she's close with. She's a yandere. Hehehe. Thanks. Then how about I let you take me on a date sometime? Ayo? If we get out of here in one piece. Yeah! Ayo, Sigma X Clover? Nah, just kidding. I don't ship it. I ship Clover and Alice. Cool. Moving on. You still got a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, but it's all flat stuff. Yes it is. First we've got a map. Floor B. The map I found in the infirmary said floor A. I guess that means floor A is the top floor? I mean, we took the elevator down to get here, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Up next, some gray cards. Key cards. They've got more moons on them, too. These must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about. There are 2 of them, just like the sun keys. One for you and one me. And the other one's for Quark, too. But he's... Well, there's not much point giving it to him. I'll hang on to it for now. Okay, what's next? A piece of paper with something written on it. Okay, yeah, these are the rules that we already read. In other words, all three of us cannot vote. One of us has to. So either you or me, you mean. Oh well. There's no reason not to pick Ally in the next round anyway. Of course, we've got to get out of this room. And that'll be easy. Just look at the last thing in the safe. The key to the exit. Found the key in the safe. It should open the exit. Let's go. Let's get out of here. This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Got him! This game had like the hardest puzzles in the fucking world. My god.
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
Who opened it?
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms.
Why would they do that? Whatever. We should be heading back anyway. I headed for the door.
Wait!
Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing toward the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
What?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
It did? Oh yeah. It says recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was interesting. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had to mean Quark. This was the pod we put him into, after all. I read on. 7:48, one subject released. 8:06, one subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records had been erased. Authorization admin. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 7:48, one subject released. 8:06, one subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. Whoa, what is all this?
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep.
I wonder who could that be? Maybe it's you, Clover? And maybe also Alice? It would make sense why they still look young when Tenmyoji is old and he's Junpei.
Well, 3 people actually. 1 for each pod. They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So the 3 pod people could be 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier, don't know how much earlier. Then they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into the AV rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Yeah. If you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? So, who were the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me.
It's you and Alice and someone else.
How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
It doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time, though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs had to mean this far in the past. Who would ever write the time like that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that?
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
So are you saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible, right?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something.
Yeah, you're right. The AB gates have opened. We need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
We double-checked that Quark was alright in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. Is this another warehouse?
It looks just like the other one. Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the Floor A warehouse.
Huh, so it is.
Oh, are those?
Those doors are white.
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look.
I knew it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little box right next to them, just like the others.
So these are the 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah, well, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
We both have 6 BP right now.
Yeah, that's true.
We're a pair,
So?
right?
You're not gonna say we should betray Quark, right?
And who's
Yeah.
our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so...
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We're not gonna vote
Results
betray for
will be
Quark.
displayed in the warehouse.
You aren't saying we should pick betray, are you? Yeah, because we're not gonna do that. That's rude. Plus, you know, the thing says that we need to choose ally anyway, so...
Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
No, that's not... I just thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose ally and not worry about getting betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me. We're partners. That means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick ally? Whoa, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right? Dio, Kay, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
That's not going to happen.
Why not?
Phi and Luna are playing against Temyoji. He's only got 1 BP left, though I don't really think they'd pick Betray. If Temyoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice's BP...
No! Don't even think about that!
I agree. But her BP is the same as Temyoji, so unless Dio is willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9. Oh, he is! He's willing, trust me. He is very willing to kill someone.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
Yeah, that is generally the best defensive choice.
But if Dio chooses Ally,
Then-
Kay would have 9 BP.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a third AB game.
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
So you think that Kay will stay here? Even if he gets enough points to leave?
I don't know, but it's possible.
No, it's not!
Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I've got to do when we get back.
Fine.
Okay, back to Floor A then. Let's move. I turned and headed for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps following behind me. Does that mean we're not going on our date now? Fuck.
Clover. Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yep.
Are we the last ones?
Yes.
Hey, where's Quark?
Oh yeah. Demioji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Probably.
Probably?
No, they're definitely safe. He's fine.
Well, are they safe or aren't they?
Yes!
Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Don't worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Demioji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye, they were gone, but the magenta door... Out the magenta door, I can't fucking tell. Oh! I just realized! With Clover gone, we can probably vote without having her, like, interfere. So we can go in there and vote for Ally. Alright, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
Sigma.
As she spoke, Phi gestured toward the line of AB rooms. Only one was open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Well then, who was it?
I opened it.
I'm not surprised. Fuck you. So it was you. Figured as
It's
much.
not really a big deal, okay?
We can't trust you. You are literally part of a cult.
I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal.
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to Ally.
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find out one of these notes?
What?
We found this in the treatment center.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Huh? Well, whatever. You should really probably read it, though.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You get it now? If we hadn't gone back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died.
Alright, I get it. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So you wouldn't have opened the gate if he did? No, he would have.
Of course I wouldn't have.
No, he would have.
What the hell, bro?
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Yeah?
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any Accelavir?
No. It's really not that kind of place. It just had those pods and that was it. Besides, if we found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, unfortunately.
How do you know that?
Oh, well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms, but it can't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing, though. Oh, right, there's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
If you can trust what we read, yeah.
Which of us are the pod people then?
I don't know, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say who they were or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh. So if we go into cold sleep, our bracelets would come off.
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
The armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Well, so much for going in to vote before Clover comes back.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
What?
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
When Clover and I were here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty.
4K could finish. The announcer's voice echoed through the facility.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Time's running out. We should get back, guys.
I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Watch them lie and vote Betray anyway.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally.
Sounds good. Okay then, Tenmyoji, take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that?
Okay, whatever, Boomer. Just sit there and slowly die.
I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Back at the Floor A warehouse, we open the AB rooms.
Four minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Alright, Clover. Here's the plan. We are voting ally. We should probably head in too.
Okay. Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
Yeah. You told me that we should betray Quark since he might not get another chance like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I, take that back?
Oh? Huh?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Alright! We don't have to fight with her. Good! Hell yeah! Hey, that's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
What? Why?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
I
Really?
won't laugh. Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Okay, whatever, bitch. Hey, come on.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Whatever, at least we got an okay to vote ally. Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person, Clover. Just know that you'll keep him safe.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me.
You seemed pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
Oh! Oh, wait a minute. I get it. She didn't realize that Tenmyoji is Junpei. So now that she knows, she doesn't want to betray him. Oh, so you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Please, choose ally.
That was the plan from the get-go, baby. You weren't going to try and vote yourself.
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So,
Alright. With that, I turned to face the voting machine. The question was, what would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even taking into consideration that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get a chance like this again. If I chose Betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I would be able to escape the godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So, what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose
3, 2, 1.
Ally!
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
what did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No?
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed. Alright.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Alright, let's see where this goes, boys. Okay. Alright. Yep. Okay. We're good. We're good.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
I don't know why I was so nervous. I knew Quark was going to choose Ally.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So you chose ally, huh?
Yeah, I did. Quark is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. No, thank you for not convincing me to choose Betray. I really appreciate it. I thought I was going to have to fight you when you said that we should choose Betray, but I'm glad that you changed your mind. Thank you, Clover. I only did what anyone would have. So you guys chose Ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally, so there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, he didn't have much of a choice. Alice Kay and Deal, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round. I'm just imagining them, like, standing around in a circle and pointing to each other like the fucking Spider-Man meme. Now I really want to see an edit of the Spider-Man meme, but with Alice Kay and Deal. Can someone just get on that?
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
I call bullcrap.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted ally, I'd...
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was Betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick Betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always gonna be Betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally. What would happen at K's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stick. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose Betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we want, right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. I see. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair, and Alice and Fire are a magenta pair. The remaining are all solos. Kay is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. Da-boo-dee-da-boo-da. So how are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down the floor B warehouse.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Vi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Temioji and Quark yellow paired with me, blue, to open one door. Vi and Alice magenta paired with Dio, green, to open another door. Luna and Clover cyan paired with Kay, red, to open the last one.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors. Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait.
So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Yeah, about 80 minutes.
I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelavir, right?
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Of course I'll help. What kind of a jerk wouldn't?
Okay. We should split up and search.
Dio just only wants to grab the Excelsior just so he can blackmail us again. After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover, Fi, and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right.
Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room. There are 2 levels.
How do you know that?
Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, let's head downstairs then.
Good idea.
So this is the real thing.
Seems like it.
Why did they have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but
Apparently the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of the system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we'd need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside.
remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room? Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then that newspaper article is right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6.
Yeah.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside, right?
Oh. No, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
Okay, yeah, but...
Whatever. We need to be focusing on finding that Accelavir. Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go look around upstairs. You two take this floor, all right?
Got it.
Okay.
We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with this stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? Oh, Sigma Male, you have no fucking idea. The pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute, he mentioned it, didn't you, back when Dio was asking questions? We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no, but...
And then Alice said,
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
so what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Then finally, she lifted her head and met my eyes.
Fine. I think I can trust you. Just don't tell Alice, okay?
Alright.
Promise?
Promise. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention at a complete loss for words. Alice and I are agents of the SIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SIS stands for Special Office of Eternal Security, and we're an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements, such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state of citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it's a bit of a long story. Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that I played the Nonary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We just escaped, and we were all stuffed into this SUV barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. But on the way there, her car had broken down. We offered to give her a ride, of course. After she got in, we started talking. It turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing a Nonary game had anything to do with the terrorists. But Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there now, on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to the SIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought that there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and a terrorist group that they were investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. But things didn't go back to the way they had been. My mom got really worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Understandable. Very understandable. I'd be worried too if my children were kidnapped twice. Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome for one. And he was in both of the last 2 Nonary games too. So anyway, we've been grabbed twice. But the people behind the 2 Nonary games are totally different. That didn't matter to my mom though, so after all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd be finally free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day and we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did it. After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe and he composed music. He plays the harp, and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Sometimes he played at little venues like coffee houses and stuff. His fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know that sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. Anyway, we did that for a while, and then one day, Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So we went to the location she gave us. It turned out to be the headquarters of the SLIS, where they'd taken us after the second Nonary game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so other people who were about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were kids from the first Nonary game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we, as a species, will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenetic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it really isn't telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, okay? Espers can resonate their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first Nonary game was to research that ability, so they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered up the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we really weren't kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. But I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. I mean, I'm not really surprised because, you know, this is the second game of the series, but yeah, we're in this for a long haul, boys. So then when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted to use my weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently though. They told Alice they'd do it. It was a job after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Alright, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. It was a lot, more wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so we decided we were leaving. A couple days had passed and then Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first Nonary game might have been part of the terrorist organization Alice and the SIS were after. Wasn't that, she asked, something I might want to know more about? That got me curious, my brother too. But the clincher was what Seven said to us. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us in the second Nonary game. She caught him on her phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. He's gone out to travel the world looking for Akane. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Junpei's like Seven, another participant from the second Nonary game. Akane, one of the people behind the second Nonary game. Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SLIS. For the next couple months, all we did was train. Half of the time, it was general knowledge and technical skills an SOIS agent needed, and the other half was learning to straighten our Esper abilities. They'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and they'd got a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I had found back to my brother. But everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility is fake and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I had been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. And so, as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool and I wasn't. I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. But then on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans. And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
All of that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. It tired me out too. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your, powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
No response?
Yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger. But that's just wishful thinking.
Temioji. He's an Esper, I guess, since Junpei had that weird ability with Akane. Oh wait, Akane's dead though. Probably.
Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers. Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
Right, whatever. I have some other questions, so... Moving on. I think I understand what Alice is talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who are they?
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much?
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But...
Fine. Let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
So, you don't know?
No. All we know is soon.
But that could mean just about anything.
Yeah. It could be next week or next month or even next year. Or it could have happened already.
Wait, you mean they might have already released the virus?
Wouldn't that make the most sense? Like, how about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Temioji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious.
Right?
And what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Then what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
Purifying the unclean?
Oh, unclean, 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 unclean.
What? What are you doing?
Shut up! Just hold on a minute. I'm this close to remembering.
You sound just like, Seven when he was trying to remember Ice 9.
Unclean, clean, een.
She leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine!
Neo what? Oh, the chemical that was in the, that's the chemical that was in the injection gun.
Did you forget it already? I'm talking about this stuff.
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Oh, right, I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right?
Yeah!
I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly!
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurarine.
Oh! Isn't that like the other stuff that's in our bracelets? Oh! Maybe we use that for when I get killed in the Quark ending. Sorry, but I still don't get it.
How easy do I have to make it? Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, alright? The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant. Following me?
Yes, and I did not mean to click that, my bad. Tribocurine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalized.
First, is the silver rail, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized?
Yeah! We don't have to die. We're gonna be okay. We can only pull the trigger once, though.
Oh! Then we can use this stuff to make copies in the lab. That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them. Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
What? Hey! Clover, wait! Clover! It was too late. Clover's already on the lift and gone. Damn, I was, I think, understandably upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Phi! Phi? Why do you look like that? Where did Clover go? Phi, can you hear me? She didn't say anything, just stared at me with her mouth half open. Uh-oh. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Phi? I grabbed her shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly, she raised her arm, fingers dripping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door? Phi's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Oh, Sigma. She's gonna get lots of rest soon. Still no response. There was something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed more of a priority. I turned back around and jogged out the door toward the treatment center. I have a bad feeling about this. Huh. This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assume Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but the room was empty. Luna and Tamioji were gone too. They left Quark in the readout on his pod, said his vitals were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine. Guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way out of the treatment center. Anything in the the pantry? They're not in the pantry. Where is everyone? Not in the warehouse either? Or the lounge? Okay, now I'm really worried. You're not in the first warehouse either. Or the crew quarters. Are they in the infirmary then? That's the only other place I can think of, right? What the hell? What is going on here? I can't find anybody. Every single room is empty. Wait. There's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary. The infirmary! Huh? I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. What the fuck? Why is everything all shaky? No. What happened? I felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea. I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumpled to the floor. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand. I looked down and see blood. Oh no. What the fuck happened? A vast warm pool of fresh blood stretching out across the room, lapping at my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could... What happened? Ah! What the fuck happened? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! What the frick happened? Did they all commit mass suicide because of the virus? Wait, where's Kay? In the middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh for bodies. Clover! They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs with dead eyes, with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. Had they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? I couldn't tell. All the blood, too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. A scalpel lay in the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. Well, great! If they were still alive, we were about to frickin' get AIDS! This is how they had died, this tiny blade. Listen, if it wasn't the frickin' scalpel that was gonna kill him, it was gonna be AIDS for sure. Because with all that blood mixing together, ugh, it makes me sick. Oh god. This is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped across the floor to pick up the scalpel. No! Sigma male, what are you doing? Don't do it! I lifted it slowly, carefully to my neck as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs. And drew it across my throat. No! Was that the bad end? My god! I couldn't tell if I got Radical 6 or I just did that out of misery. Either way, fuck, that was fucking dark. Up. And that was the Clover end. And I got the achievement, Secret Agent Woman. Jesus fuck. Well, on the bright side, at least we got done 2 endings in a day, so yay, I guess.